It's Friday, January 3rd, and this is your Stock Market Daily News podcast. Welcome back. Let's break down the big moves and key stories shaping markets as we kick off the first trading week of 2026. Yesterday, Wall Street opened the year on a strong note. The S&P 500 rose over 0.5%, the Dow finished up just under 1%, and the Nasdaq soared more than 1%, fueled largely by optimism in tech and a flurry of news from global AI stocks. Today, we'll spotlight the explosive debut of a Chinese AI chipmaker, fresh momentum in Vice stocks, and key economic data impacting investor sentiment. First up, a blockbuster debut in Hong Kong has everyone buzzing. Shares of Shanghai Biren Technology, an AI chip designer, exploded nearly 120% above their IPO price, closing the day at 35 Hong Kong dollars and 70 cents, up from their opening price of $19.60. Why the surge? Intense demand for homegrown AI hardware as U.S. restrictions push Chinese firms to develop their own chips. This move sent a wave across global tech stocks, with Hong Kong's Hang Seng Tech Index jumping nearly 4%. For investors, watch for more Chinese AI IPOs like Baidu's chip unit, lining up for listings, keeping the space hot and potentially volatile. Stateside, index futures and big-name tech stocks picked up steam after a sluggish Wednesday. The so-called Magnificent Seven, including Tesla and Nvidia, gained about 2% each in pre-market trading, following upbeat global AI headlines and upgrades in the chip sector. Micron and Marvell both rose over 3% as traders shifted back into semiconductors after last year's pullback. This could signal renewed momentum for tech-heavy portfolios headed into the new year. Meanwhile, on the policy front, President Trump's team delayed planned tariff hikes on U.S. imports of furniture and cabinets. That move sent retailers like Wayfair and RH up over 2% in pre-market action. Lower tariff risk is offering some rare relief for the consumer discretionary sector, which faced headwinds in 2025 from higher import costs and slowing demand. Let's not overlook the Vice stocks. After a dizzying year, names like Philip Morris and Budweiser maker AB InBev ended 2025 up over 30% and 29% respectively, while Molson Coors lagged, falling 18%. The cannabis industry saw its regulatory landscape shift, too, with marijuana reclassified at the federal level, but investors remain cautious as legislative risks persist. These sectors, often called recession-proof, may provide portfolio ballast if market volatility rises. On the economic calendar, jobless claims dropped to a one-month low of just under 200,000, beating analyst expectations. It's a welcome sign for labor market strength, even as investors look ahead to today's manufacturing PMI reading. No changes are expected at January's Fed meeting, with policy rate odds holding steady for now. To recap, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq both started 2026 with strong gains. Tech and AI stocks are back in focus, tariffs are on hold, and economic data is flashing resilience in the labor market. Keep your eye on Hong Kong's tech sector, U.S. factory data, and the next wave of earnings reports coming next week. That's it for today's Stock Market Daily News podcast. Be sure to subscribe or follow for your up-to-the-minute market briefings every morning. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.